Welcome back, everybody. This week we take on episode 121 Travels with Scout. And that would be an episode with Phil's father, the wonderful Fred Willard. Uh, if I also remember, this might be the one where the doggy door appears out of nowhere, and we have the one of the probably the biggest gag that we had so far, right? With the is this with the uh fire extinguisher and the cabinet door, if I'm remembering if that's this episode or not. So well, let's jump into it and let us see if I am correct. So episode 121 Travels with Scout. All right, boom, 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 boom. Here we go, here we go.
Honeydew, what's up?
Guess who's here? Your dad! He drove his RV all the way up from Cocoa Beach.
Hey, son, working hard?
We will all help. This is a great chance to teach the kids responsibility.
That is exactly what you said about Luke's paper route.
Nice cold open. Julie, the responsibility there for property is the helmet, the bike, and the papers, and of course that plate on the back of that truck. When it comes to vehicles, it is only things with gas motors. I want to say maybe motors in general, but gas motors for sure. I'm trying to think of if golf carts are transpo or not. I think. Even electric motors falls under transportation too. I don't think. But that being said, like Rascals, the small little rolly shopping carts you see in malls or grocery stores for older people who have trouble getting around, those are our responsibilities. They're called Rascals, or that's one of the name brands, and that's a property. So, and that has a battery operated engine in it. So, there is a little bit of crossover, but for the most part, anything that is a golf cart or larger that has an engine will fall under our transportation department. However, bicycles fall under property. Number two, just a little insight from a prop guy. If you have a chance to get a bicycle for cheap from a TV show, you probably shouldn't do it. Or if you do it, take it in and have a bicycle shop look it over, because we will buy 3 or 4 bikes, because most of the time, if we have a bike, it's used in a stunt. This was one of the few cases that it wasn't. Maybe if the kids in the earlier episode, the kids were riding their bikes, so that was used in a stunt. But a lot of times, we will have a bike that is used in a stunt, and it will, have something shaved off of it, or the wheel will come off because it's loose, or we've crashed them, and know what I mean. So if you're going to buy a vehicle for cheap off of a TV show, if you see them at auctions or whatever they have, have somebody look it over, because you don't want a bike off of a prop team. You might get lucky, might be great, but don't take the chance.
Hello? Is anyone in there?
The big bag of popcorn. Good move.
Red's a good color on you. It's just a movie.
What I love about our crew. Before this show, I worked on a show called Without a Trace, and I did the last 2 seasons of that, and that crew was fantastic. Incredibly smart, incredibly capable, incredibly good. I think I've talked about it before. I didn't think I would probably meet a crew as good as that one. That crew was excellent. And then I landed on this show with this crew. Throughout the run of the show, uh, they have, or we have, done everything that you can do in television. Shooting a TV show is different from shooting a movie. You don't see a lot of DPs crossover. Movie DPs stay in movies, television DPs stay in television. There is some crossover here and there, certainly more so than it was in the past. Commercials it have a different look than television. Television has a different look than movies. Music videos have a different look. All the genres that you do have different looks and different things to them that's unique to that genre. And the commercial crews kind of sometimes stay in the commercial world. I know people who only do commercial props or do that almost exclusively and do television here and there, feature here and there. I never did commercials. I've only done television and features, and mostly television. So that's my world. There's certain tricks that you do in commercials that you don't usually need in TV or movies. So it is a world that's, I won't say alien, but certainly not in my wheelhouse. I would have to learn. I say that because in this show, this crew did every genre. We just do, as you can see, that horror movie that we just shot, we shot that so we could put it up there. So we took a day and we shot that scene in the horror genre. Later episode, we shoot music videos. We also shoot commercials so that you can see this crew was incredibly capable and incredibly awesome. And there was nothing that you could ask us to do that we couldn't pull off, which was pretty awesome. That we had such a width and breadth of knowledge and made it look good. I thought that movie looked great. Posted a nice job making it grainy and making it look like a horror movie. It was a cool little
he's so
insert for us.
Look at his little face. I always wanted a dog. Thanks, Grandpa.
Okay, but remember, having a dog is a major responsibility. Everyone in the family has to pitch in.
Can do, Mrs. D.
Not you, Dylan.
Oh, phew, because I got a lot on my plate right now.
Hey, look who's here. Uncle Cam.
Hey, we heard about the new edition and we had to come right over.
Cameron, so good to see you again. Now that is a shirt.
Oh, well, thank you, Frank. I get them online. I'll send you a link.
Oh, well, at home I smoke sausages. I'll send you a link.
Classic.
And this must be Lily.
Oh, yes. She just couldn't wait to meet the new doggy. I think.
All right, so you'll know that Lily is not there. If Lily was there, we would have turned her to camera to show you. But since we sat with the bassinet or the carrier facing away from camera, and our adults interacting with her in that way, Lily wasn't on set that day. That's fake baby in there, and that's how you probably know if they have the baby that day. They're going to show that baby. That's just the way it works. And if they don't have it, then this is what you do. You set it down and you hide it. I can see that I have Peg on there. I guess we didn't really care about that branding.
I think she's good right here. Let me get in there and get some of that dogginess. Oh, there it is.
Haley,
There it is.
I gotta go.
What's wrong?
That was Brian. He just quit the band.
What? Why?
He's moving to Portland. His parents got back together.
Oh, that sucks.
No. Now we're gonna have to cancel the gig tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe you can find another drummer?
No, I think it's too late for that now.
I play drums.
Huh?
Another hidden talent of one Mr. Eric Stonestreet is he plays drums. Find out about it, write it into the script. I'm not sure. I don't think this might be Eric's actual set the first time. Most of the time we just rent sets and come in and put them up. But this might have been Eric's actual set the first time that we did this. I can't remember. I remember being extra careful with it, so it makes me feel like it was his set. but I think that's the only time I used it.
Well, I mean, I haven't played in a while since Lily's come along, but if you're in a jam, I can jam.
I am telling you, Phil, the man was crying.
That is
You may be wondering, we've shown that exterior shot 3 times now, right? It was that was the third, right? And I think at least 2, if not 3. And you may be wondering why the trash can was there. Because there's no reason for the trash can to be there. Does it add anything? Man, maybe it makes the neighborhood look a little more lived in. But you notice there was only one. Normally, at least in Los Angeles, where this is set, there'd be 2. There'd be the recyclable and the other trash can. Unless you're saying that they're picked up on different days. But it doesn't matter. It's a weird shot. But it's there for the sole fact that Claire can walk out with 2 bags of trash. And now everybody understands, oh, she's going to the trash can that's sitting outside. And that allows her to overhear Phil's dad crying. But that's what thought goes into all of this. The openingly establishing shot with the trash can in it was all there just for this one piece of business. So she had a reason to go out the front door with the 2 trash bags.
It's impossible. My dad is the happiest guy on earth. It probably just sounded like he was crying. Have you heard the noise he makes when he gets out of a chair?
No, I know what I heard. I think this has something to do with your mom.
What?
Yeah, he came here alone. Think about it.
She's on a cruise.
Yeah, and they never take separate vacations, so...
No. No, if something was wrong, my dad would tell me about it.
No, Phil, he wouldn't because you guys never actually talk about anything.
We talk all the time. He crank calls me at work like 3 times a week.
Crank calls don't count.
Counts for fun.
Honestly, I think that you should find out what's going on with your dad.
It's going to be nothing. My dad isn't like your dad. There's nothing deep and dark inside. His hard candy shell is just hiding more candy.
I think he wants to go out. Good boy.
Smart dog.
I hate to break it to you, but I think all dogs can do that.
I'm gonna play outside. Ow! What happened?
Stunts with kids. That was a great job by Nolan. And I know he was nervous about it. Even if it is just running through a screen. But, you know, you're a kid. You're doing a stunt. You want to do it well, but you're still nervous. What if the screen doesn't, you know, pop off like it's supposed to, and you hit it and it's more solid than you think and then bounce off? It takes a lot for you to do a stunt normally as an adult. So, and it's probably even a little more so as a kid. So it was a great job by him, and it looked real. Looked great. I didn't see him slow down. I think maybe one of the takes he slowed down a little bit, and because he was a little nervous. I might be misremembering that, but I feel like that was the case. But that one, that was a good take. He did a great job with it, and you know that's not an easy thing for a child actor to do a lot of times. So
Okay.
here's to him. Look
Should I
good.
just play a little something?
And that's also special
Yeah,
effects.
But, you know, if it doesn't...
Special effects is in charge of probably having 3 or 4 screens there because you're going to probably ruin it. The frames are going to get bent. The screen might rip. So you're going to get 3 or 4 takes on it. And being able to put it in there so it fits that area. I mean, measure it out so it looks like it belongs in that French door. And they did a nice job. And you usually, like I said, have 2 or 3, maybe 4 if you're on a very rich show.
Work out.
So you have
Don't feel bad. Well,
3 or
hopefully
4 attempts at it.
this is like riding a bicycle.
Than a bad toupee? I'm kidding, of course.
Shooting inside a traveling vehicle. Not fun. And we've done it a few times, actually. There's another time where Phil rented a RV and drove up the coast, right? It was when Haley, I think, was going to go try to be a Laker girl. they're tight. Uh, Stuff can't move. You can't pull stuff out. Camera has a hard time. As you can see, this is probably Brand. I would say this might be Trey's shot. This might be B camera on Fred, and Brandon A camera would have been probably sitting in the driver's seat or passenger seat or between them two on an apple box and shooting down that way. But they're cramped. You have to get in there to light. There's 12, 15 people that have to do their job and room for 3. So it's always takes a little bit longer because you're crawling over everybody. You've got to get in there. I have to put the snacks in there and the what looks to be Vienna sausages, the glassware in there, make sure Fred has something to drink. So I have to be in there to do that. Lighting has to be in there to set up 3, 4, 5 lights. Camera has to be in there to power up the cameras, put the batteries in, put the cameras on. So there's usually a grip in there to hold the camera because the dolly grips will also be the ones that take in and help camera out with that. There's a lot of people, and Josh needs to get in there and dress the set. There's a lot of people that need to be in there in a super small space. So the best you can do is just work your way around, but know that it takes a little bit longer to shoot in those small orchestrated sets. Or you build it, but when you have an RV, you're not going to build that RV set. You're just going to shoot in the RV.
Of course, this is my real hair.
Well, okay.
Hey, are you Manny? I'm here for you. Look what I got.
He's here!
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Ay, we're gonna need a bigger bed.
What makes this work? A funny setup. Great job by the writers. That's the first part. But the second part that a lot of people won't talk about is the shot that the DP is, the good framing. When you take a look at it here, perfect frame. The 1/3, 2/3. And the most important thing is the lighting. Lighting him from below with that orange hue that gives it the horror look is an absolutely perfect choice. So our gaffer Hugo, our DP Jim Bagdonis Bags, did a fantastic job lighting this scene. I'm sure our director probably was involved as well, but that's what makes this work. That's what makes this great is the lighting in this scene from below shooting up into them like kids that have their flashlights under their face. Just throw those spooky shadows and make it look absolutely fantastic. Great job by a couple departments on there.
Geez.
Great job by Christopher Shea as well, playing Ben Dugan. Really, really well done.
Oh my god, I think that's him.
Oh man.
Frank! Hey, Jay, good to see you.
Great to see you. Didn't expect to find you here.
Well, listen, when my granddaughter's boyfriend's band plays an under-21 club with my daughter-in-law's brother's gay partner, I show up. That's just how I was raised.
I don't think you met my wife, Gloria.
Hola.
Well, it's a pleasure. You are a lovely woman.
You must be Frank.
Okay, then. You are hotter than a Las Vegas sidewalk on the 4th of July. Did I go too far?
Not you, Frank, no.
That scene was just, I think, so Ed O'Neill and Fred Lillard, two, titans in TV and features, just two great, big actors, great actors, could be in the scene together. I think that was the only thing that was written for. To have the two fathers meet as far as the show goes, the story goes, but just to have those two in a scene. I think that was the only conceit to writing that. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's certainly what it felt like. Another great episode, just great storylines. Really let the crew kind of show off some of the stuff they could do. It's not look, it's not rocket science. Of course, it's not rocket science, and a lot of crews can do it, you know. But it's just nice to be able to stretch your legs and do something as a crew to be able to do something a little different. So very enjoyable. Hope you liked it. If you did, you know, feel free to leave a comment. If there's something that you want to see or talk about, throw it down there. We'll read it and I'll answer back to you. Think about liking, think about subscribing, hit those buttons down there. Let me know that you're enjoying what we're doing. And until we see each other, we will talk soon.